John Force goes to the semifinals where he'll face Courtney Force in the next round of eliminations. How hard will it be? You've been in this position many times to block out who your opponent is.
Not a problem today, even if it's Traxxas over there in the next lane. My job is to win for Castrol and Ford and Auto Club, Brand Source, Mac Tool, Peak. The Peak, new on board with us, Peak Antifreeze. It's a whole new ball game to John Force right now. Every point, don't call me the champ, call me Pac-Man. Got to eat every point that's out there. Some days you get them, some days you don't. But if not, in the end, you won't be the champion. And we got to stop meeting like this. My wife's going to kill me.
Anniversary weekend.
Yeah, and we had a great one. I had to make 2 plaques. I got the years wrong. Said it was 33. No, it's 32. And John Force screws up everything, but she loves me, and that's what my life's all about, and my children, my grandkids, and these great sponsors. God bless them. Can't do it without them.
Thanks, Pac-Man.
Waka, 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 waka. There you go. There's your Pac-Man sound, eating up the funny car points. Right now, it's about Pro Stock. Where Eric
so
Anders,
80s.
A lot of, yeah, there's a lot of 80s in here. Eric Anders, Steven, Dave Conley, Alan Johnson, Vincent Nobile pick their lanes. We kick it off with Vincent Nobile up against his teammate, Jason Line, the point leader.
Speaking of the point leader, there he is in the right-hand lane, going against Vincent Nobile. Pretty evenly matched cars. They should be. They got the same horsepower under the hood. We'll see who's going to be able to get this win. Vincent Nobile with the lane choice, taking the left-hand lane, which pretty much everybody has. But like Tony said, the lanes here have been pretty even for the most part all weekend long.
Could come down to who leads the starting line first. And how about Jason Line as Vincent Nobile fades? Jason was ready for that round. 0.16 on the reaction timer. 6:56.7 on the elapsed timer again. Obviously, this is a team that's gone through a couple of motors, their primary motors, in the last 2 or 3 events. This team maybe not exactly hitting on all of them yet.
No, definitely not when they won 3 straight races when they finish up at Brainerd going into Indy. Take a look at Vincent Nobile. Just did not get down the racetrack when he let out the clutch. But how about Jason, though? He was ready for that light and probably made a pretty good run for that lane. And as a result, he advances to the semis.
Courtney Force's car has just made it back to the pits about 45 seconds ago. Right now, the team is tearing it down, talking with the crew chief, Ron Douglas. He says everything has looked good so far today, just expecting a normal turnaround. The blower comes off. They will check it out, service it. If need be, replace a few parts there. They'll put in new pistons, new rods, and just basically rebuild the car, also rebuild the clutch. But nothing out of the ordinary, according to Ron Douglas, her crew chief.
13th time, daughter and dad are going to hook up. 6 and 6, split right down the middle. As Dave Conley and V. Gaines come to the starting line now. An opportunity to talk about the peak power rankings because Dave Conley is #1 according to Mike.
And Shane Gray's already out of it. He's had a very good car the last 3 races, and obviously Erica has had a great car also. And like I said, we mentioned that Jason Line not in there. I basically put in there that, I mean, the numbers were very good for him, but I just thought, you know what, we're going to give somebody else an opportunity now.
For V. Gaines, his last win on tour in 2012 came over Dave Conley, and V's right there again. But Dave Conley by 3 10,000ths of a second. Woo! Wow.
What a drag race. Dave Conley usually spot on the lights. He was a little bit tardy there.
Yeah.
V had 21,000ths of a second advantage off of the starting line, and Dave Conley really had to reel him in. You take a look at how close this was. V was involved in a close one in the first round where he came out on top, but this time it was just as close, but he came on the
He got you 55 or
57. 3 10,000ths ties the closest race of the season. Listen to this, guys. It was Dave Conley over Eric Anders Stevens, and that was at Denver in round number 2. Dave likes those close races.
Well, he wins them. That's a fact. Wow. Twice by 0.003. Amazing.
That's a lot of zeros in front of that 3. It was an amazing race. Here's Jason Line. Can you evaluate for us the performance of your car today, please?
Lacking.
How so?
Well, it's not running very fast. We struggled, made a bad run the first run there, and then got put in the maybe non-preferential right lane. So, but I don't know what happened to Vincent. I don't know. I was expecting to have a good race, but obviously it didn't turn out that way. Good for us, but anyway, the Summit car's going on, so that's the good news.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
Well, that brings us now to the Dodge Dart teammates, Alan Johnson and Jeg Coughlin. For Jeggy, Won the Super Stock here in '97, 2003, 2010. He won in Top Dragster. Doesn't matter what this guy gets into, he wins as long as he's behind the wheel.
Well, a pair of good drivers on the line right now. They're both champions in pro stock, and they both got the same horsepower on the hood. From that man right there, Roy Johnson. Talked to him a little bit before qualifying started, and he says, we're not having a horsepower problem. He said, basically the problem is, behind the motor that we're having. It's just, they've just been missing on the setups, but they feel they've stumbled on something in Dallas in qualifying. They think they're going to be a lot better. So far, so good.
For Alan Johnson, since his win at Denver where he dominated, he's raced in only one final and only one other time been past the second round, and it's not going to be again today. AJ, straight right turn. Jeggy goes A to B, 6:56.7. Same time Jason Line ran.
Did we get that round win? Sure did.
Let's take a listen to Alan Johnson's onboard. Wow. People in second gear, I think they did not, just stayed up there spinning the tires, and there was nothing he could do at that point.
In Courtney Force's pit, where you can see Pac-Man trying to inch his way over here, take away the spotlight from you, Courtney. Your dad says he's Pac-Man now, that he's got to gobble up every point he can, even though it's against you. How do you feel about this semifinal matchup against your old man?
Well, if he's Pac-Man, then I'm the little blue ghost, because I'm definitely going to be here to stop him. Our Traxxas team, we've been running good. You know what, we gave up lane choice on this next run, and he's got a car that's going to be right there with us. So
good job.
It's going to be tough, but I mean, our goal is to take the points from him. I mean, he's the points leader right now, and we're just trying to chase him. So we need the points leader to go out if we're ever going to catch him, and that's exactly what we're going to try to do here this next round.
You know, I think John Force has a compass that points his way to our cameras.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Pretty good at this stuff, ain't she?
Yeah, she is. Takes after old man.
Yeah, I wonder where she learns all that. Exactly. Here comes Jonathan Gray and Erica Enders-Stevens, a big-time points matchup. Of course, in the pro stock points, there's a line at the top, but where is the do-or-done line?
Well, Jonathan just keeps making a move, trying to get a little bit closer there, but he's going to have to depend on the three people in front of him going out. His brother in fourth has already lost in the first round, so he can move up another round. But, boy, taking out Erica right now, the way this car's been running this weekend, is going to be tough.
It's going to be an interesting matchup because everybody knows Jonathan Gray is such a great lever. Erica can be as well at times and had a great light in the first round, but I wonder if there's maybe a little birdie up in her head saying, okay, we got to be letter perfect on this one. Let's see how she reacts, handles the pressure. She's got the best race car this week, and there's no arguing about that. And it's actually Erica, the slight hole shot advantage. If she runs the same ET she's been doing all day, yep, another crush job. 6:53.8. That's more than 200ths of a second better than any of the other three cars remaining in this field. And there is your quickest of the weekend. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6, 7. I don't know. Erica's name is behind every one of them.
And the key is she's been the quickest of every qualifying round and every elimination round.
Erica Enders-Stevens driving what appears to be a bracket car. Great laps. That's your next opponent, Dave Conley. What will it take to unseat her this weekend?
I can tell you what it's going to take. It's going to take a lot more than a 60 light. That was embarrassing. Horrible job on my part last round. That's not how you drive if you're trying to race for a championship. And we're going to have to tighten up next round for sure. That red car's running on mean, but got a good car here at the Charter Communications. Everybody's working hard, and I got all the guys, Paul, Dan, everyone at the engine shop to thank for that last one. They gave me the horsepower to run V gains down that last one. But you know what? We'll try to correct that. That's driver error. And at least we snuck away with it, and on to the next one.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
2 and 3 in the points on the top side of the ladders. Erica and Dave Conley race. They're both power ranked. Jed Coughlin will try to take down the point leader, Jason Line, as Pro Stock Motorcycles up next when we return to St. Louis.